video 1 and 2. What's the video 0? Unplug the webcam. Oh, that's why. When I pass Jason, it's when I'm drawing this. Otherwise, I'll be confused. So if I now ls/n, I'm going to see the number of items changed. So this is easier for me to show now.
So the first one takes the image, and then the other two tell you just to record and save it.
Yeah. So after that, we have to go. But here, now this is gone. So I have to plug it back in.
That first one? I don't know. That first one.
Actually, so long. Either way, just
try video capture.
So you keep it on top. Yeah, let me just show you something. So I do this, and then video.
No.
Your lights on?
So, okay, if I put
Try CV2 up view capture.
How would we?
Not select video 1 or
This one?
it might not be it's like a wild card, so anything. If there's video.
Can you Google which is this? Not this. Is this one? Are you changing the camera?
Any level here.
Some of them just
So now, if I do this.
Okay.
It's not fun. So you change it.
Rep means return.
Anything that contains.
I know we have.
Oh yeah, because it wasn't.
Wow.
That's weird.
That's so sexy.
You can name it wrong, it's
Why
fine.
can't I copy that?
So I'm gonna hit. The light will come on when it's being videos to it, so. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
If you could just
now I
type
do
it out
that.
on Google
And
that.
now 1 and 2 shows up. I'm not quite sure the reasoning for why.
45E and then
It used to be
:08
/n/video 0 will show up.
You hit the so you need the 0 at the beginning. 045E
But what you can
and a
do
colon.
is instead where it says.
Oh, you do have a colon. Okay.
So in the code it says video capture CV2.video. CV2 we use.
Live cam, Linux viewer, yeah.
Dot video capture
have
0
that,
means grab what would be video 0.
Camera.
So now you have 1 and 2. You kind of just have to
Should
adjust
just
that.
work fine.
Yes.
No, that's fine. So that is the change we're making.
But there's
So
no
that
divide.
didn't work. 1 didn't work, so let's just do 2.
There's some.
Actually, that's a big question.
Oh, somehow it's either video 2 or 3.
Yeah. Mine was
You have 2.
Zero did
You currently have 2 video devices.
Look up.
Anyway, index is not 0.
What was the capture?
Probably from plugging and unplugging. I don't know. Maybe one of them didn't go away, or
Yeah. Yeah. It's better to just look up.
normally when you boot up and you have the USB camera connected, it's always going to be video 0.
They do, you hit they do have video settings, so you should grab these.
CV2, what's a video capture? I'm going to try the highest index.
This is actually a program. This is a program.
There's one.
Run this program. You should have. So I didn't have a sticker on it.
Maybe I shouldn't.
Live videos. That's all.
I'll let you type it. I'll go capture another image up
If you
here.
look up OpenCV webcam.
One of the things, there's a couple of useful debug tips that we kind of quickly gathered to kind of check out the camera. One is to run v4l CTL -L. So you can get extra information about the camera through the Video for Linux interface. OpenCV uses the Video for Linux interface, so that's how it's doing the capturing underneath the scenes. So that's a useful one. Maybe that's paste worthy.
Yeah, I just pasted.
Oh, did you?
The four lines are in a Python file under Thursday computer vision section.
Okay. So yeah, the import CV2 CV capture equals CV2.video capture. All right, that's the second line. Then return and frame equals CV, or no, capture.read. And then CV2.IamWrite test.png frame. Yes? Did I get the lines right?
Supposed to be single, not double.
There we go. Now everybody's upside down in there.
Much clearer picture though.
So you already saved this in the file somewhere, these same lines? So I don't need to try to paste it anywhere?
Yeah.
You already saved these 4 lines?
I also made it in a Python file, so
So, if Mike, you could explain why you use video capture 0, and I actually had some questions about that as well.
Yep. So the why do I have 2 video interfaces?
Exactly my question. I did that exact same command to figure that out, and then
We got
It-
1 and 2.
yeah, they got 1 and 2. I was showing them the exact same thing. Why it's 0?
They had 2 and 3.
I mean, my laptop has like 4, 5, 6, and 7. No, I only have 1 webcam.
If you had
The government doesn't want you to know, Daniel.
If you mount a different webcam, like
No, no, like you're
plug
saying
in one
one
and plug a different one in,
Right.
it'll still come up as view 0. If you have 2 webcams plugged in, it's view 0, view 1. Or no, it's something like that. Yes, you have 0 and 1. Only 1 webcam.
I've never noticed it before, honestly. I've always seen just getting 1. This is new for me too.
Yeah, it's only recently started happening as well.
So, you said there's not a simple way to check the length of time it takes to capture a frame? Or maybe we could just put, do a time stamp kind of method?
You could, so one method is to watch a clock and then like video them both together, but then you're also counting the display. So we wanted something that was minimal latency from the time something was detected to the time something was shown back.
Well, wait, what about just printing the time of the microcontroller and then running capture.read and then printing it again? So this doesn't tell you about the time it takes to display it. This just tells you about the time. So
Yeah,
when
but that's
we
only
when we
that's
run
the time before you
autonomously-
ran the command. It's not necessarily the time. That's not necessarily the best. Like you don't know when that image was captured. That image could already be captured in memory.
Oh wait, you still have your
You want it to be from when the image is accurate in front of it to when it's in your memory buffer.
Come up for a second.
Yeah.
It came up on the
So we don't have a way to figure out which camera is better than the other one unless we actually.
I've got a little. So we've got a little application. I'll have to look at how it's actually written.
Each time I try it, one of the different,
So red, comma, gray.
like 0, 1, 2, or 3. It works for a little bit, and then it'll pull up these like massive messages.
Like on the kernel capture.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry.
Let me go ahead and find the service. We're definitely in the
Oh, actually, no.
into the playland.
You have to have I'm pretty sure, or like, I used to get it there.
Is that a power?
Yes. And you actually have to recover from that.
Are you just taking a new image?
No, grab the super wall board.
See, it's really that the next frame of frame.
Yeah, use that.
That's kind of weird.
So image stream workbench. So this is
You need to have mobile power or like C9. Their power network is fancy.
Oh. That's what they're doing to this company.
Yeah, we just need the power.
so that is no, that's got all this junk in it. I think it's best to follow up on that one offline. But there was this gentleman is the one that wrote the
Just open CV.
did the characterization on the different cameras and wrote a routine that essentially does some very simple machine vision plus lighting and LED.
Just make a file.
Like essentially like turn on the LED, know that that happened right away, and then detected the LED on, and that was enough to like say, okay, well that's how long it takes.
Yeah.
Turn on an LED, see how long before you get the data back.
That's great.
What are you trying to accomplish?
That's because if you just say when you start capturing it, it's not telling you what you want to know, which is when does it actually seeing something at first.
Right now.
So it's not,
That's right.
it's not putting enough in the pipe.
I would see.
So you want to change something in the physical world and
you
then have
understand
it
what I'm
show.
saying?
See if
Right now.
this
If
logitech.
program, do you remember any excellent stuff?
For me too.
No, but a lot of computers need to be asking about that.
So the other thing, well, there's a little bit more I can go through in this particular example that's kind of helpful to actually doing image processing. So you can draw on that image, and I found this to be really useful.
If I'm SSH and I write the messages, that window won't pop up because that's not on my computer.
So you have to be cognizant of what your data format is at all times that you're manipulating it. But there are nice things with NumPy for doing things like slicing. So this is doing a decimation
Like you saw, right?
in two dimensions right here. Or maybe that's a
So basically,
anyway. You can do like fancy decimation and other things. So we're taking a smaller copy
It's gonna fail. That's why.
in order to work on that, to reduce the amount of cycles, because we couldn't reduce the camera size capture any lower, so we just reduced the data set by subsampling the data set.
And that's an efficient, and we would probably do it in a real
kind of a chore. We're just not going to get it.
So there's a decimation.
Kind of support. And that's why I was asking you.
There's
You want me to be
there's so many different routines, and I don't think I can really cover those with any justice.
That's no problem. I don't, we have to explore that stuff. And also it's not doesn't stand in the way of our next step, so.
You have to pay attention to your color space, your current color space, for when you're doing manipulations. But like I found some routines like this this put text to be super helpful. So what I did for my debug is I captured every single frame as I was driving around, and I wrote on top of the frames some debug information, right, that was associated with my processing of that frame. You can do fancy things where you like I did blackout regions that I like were below a threshold, and like some things where you actually show manipulation of the image. But like it's it's easier and probably more efficient to just draw lines, just like some simple. Don't get too carried away with over processing the image, but put some information on top of it to kind of show you what your processing did. What I did is I saved those off, and then I had a separate shell script called encode video. Here, where I ran the FFmpeg on top of all my saved images. So I just saved off an array of images and dumped them into a file. What I did is I made a micro SD card with that formatted, mounted the micro SD card, and just dumped it all on the micro SD card. And then I ran this processing routine, and some of the resulting videos are here in the data archives. So those I would actually save off. Let me run VLC, play those.